On the 25th of May 2005, the day of the referendum, demonstrations organized by Kifaya in front of the Press Syndicate headquarters and Saad Zaghlul Shrine in Cairo were attacked by Mubarak supporters and plainclothes policemen, whilst riot police looked on. Amongst the victims of the brutality were 2 women who were beaten and sexually molested. The opposition were unified in their condemnation and demanded the resignation of the Interior Minister Habib al-Adli. In addition, Kifaya held protests every Wednesday for the rest of the summer. Despite these incidents, there was no serious violence on voting day, which George Ishaq, Kifaya's coordinator at the time, attributed to international attention on Egypt. The referendum approved the proposed constitutional amendments, but Egyptian judges challenged a government turnout figure of 52%, saying it was closer to 5%. On the 6th of April 2008, the April 6 Youth Movement, an Egyptian Facebook group, was initiated to support the workers in Al Mahalla Al Kubra, an industrial town, who were planning to strike on the 6th of April. Activists called on participants to wear black and abstain from work on the day of the strike. Bloggers and citizen journalists used Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, blogs and other new media tools to report on the strike, alert their networks about police activity, organize legal protection, and draw attention to their efforts. As of January 2009, it had 70,000 predominantly young and educated members, most of whom hadn't been politically active before. Their core concerns included free speech, nepotism in government, and the country's stagnant economy. On the 19th of February 2010, al-Baradi arrived in Cairo airport and was well received by hundreds of fans holding signs in favor of him running for presidency. On the 24th of February 2010, al-Baradi met with several opposition leaders and notable intellectuals in Cairo. The meeting was concluded with an announcement for the formation of a new non-party political movement called the National Association for Change. The movement aims for general reforms in the political scene, and mainly Article 76 of the Egyptian Constitution, which places restrictions on free presidential elections, especially when it comes to independent candidates. On the 6th of June 2010, 28-year-old Khalid Mohammed Saeed from Sidi Gaber, Alexandria, was murdered. Photos of his disfigured corpse spread throughout online communities and incited outrage over allegations that he was beaten to death by Egyptian security forces. ABC News characterized his disfigured morgue photo as the face that launched a revolution. On the 9th of June 2010, Wael Ghunaim, an internet activist, computer engineer, and since January 2010 the head of marketing of Google Middle East and North Africa, started a Facebook page called We Are All Khalid Saeed. On the 17th of December 2010, Mohammed Bouazizi, a Tunisian street vendor, set himself on fire in protest of the confiscation of his wares and the harassment and humiliation that was allegedly inflicted on him by a municipal official and her aides. This act became the catalyst for the Tunisian revolution, sparking deadly demonstrations and riots throughout Tunisia in protest of social and political issues in the country. On the 14th of January 2011, anger and violence intensified in Tunis following Bouazizi's death, leading then President Zain al-Abidin Ben Ali to step down after 23 years in power. On the 25th of January 2011, which was called the Day of Revolt, protests erupted throughout Egypt on this day, chosen to coincide with the National Police Day. The purpose was to protest against abuses by the police in front of the Ministry of Interior. These demands expanded to include the resignation of the Minister of Interior, the restoration of a fair minimum wage, the end of Egyptian emergency law,